Hey guys, I am 40 weeks pregnant today. Wow. So if you're interested in seeing how my last week of this pregnancy has gone, go ahead and stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so I'm updating you on week 39. I turned 40 weeks today. Today is Sunday. I think I'm posting this on today, so this is kind of like in real time. But wow, so many things to update you on, I guess. I think week 39 has been the longest week of this pregnancy, even though it feels like this pregnancy has gone by so fast. It's kind of crazy to know that I am at the end now. But as always, if any of you guys are new, I am a mom of two now. This is my second baby is on the way. My first baby was a baby girl. Her name is River. And I just posted the name reveal for baby boy. So if you haven't seen it already, go ahead and click somewhere around here, up there, somewhere. So yeah, if you guys hear kids playing in the background, they are. And I'm just trying to record while River is still asleep and Jerred is still asleep, and I have this quiet me time. So nonetheless, yeah, so I had River in 2017. She is 2 years old. They are going to be 28 months apart. And yeah guys, so this is the last week of pregnancy. I hope you guys are caught up on all the other ones, because I don't want to make this video long, but haven't I said that in every video and it was still long? Nonetheless, week 39, I split it up on how I'm feeling physically and now mentally and spiritually. Decisions that we've made, so doctor's appointments, anything that we've decided, and then the bump shot at the end. Okay, so how I've been feeling physically. Yes, I have been having contractions. The most I've had were on Saturday night and Friday night, where they went from 25 minutes to 10 minutes apart. And it may last for an hour or even a couple hours. So I know I've definitely been in early labor. I do believe that he has dropped some more. I don't know exactly where he's positioned, but I know of course he's head down. But when I went to my OB, he said he's definitely head down. He can't tell like how he's faced. So I feel like he's in the right position now, if you ask me, but I honestly don't know. I don't know how they do this. So yeah, I've been having contractions, a little bit more back pain, a little bit more pressure, not as much pressure. So I am, I question like how effective are the contractions, because the contractions help your cervix to dilate, and they're helping the baby get into the right position, and then you feel more pressure. But it can all happen in labor too. So that's the interesting thing about pregnancy, is that I know I see people trying to spin their babies and do all these things at 36 weeks pregnant, and that baby can still move. And your baby could also still get in position during labor and delivery. So I haven't been trying to stress myself out as far as trying to guess like where he's positioned, just praying that he is in the right position. If you guys didn't know, I am going to be trying for a VBAC. However, I do have a C-section scheduled. I had an emergency C-section last time, and to me, River, I never dilated past 3 centimeters. I was induced for 2 to 3 days, and she never came down. However, when she was delivered, she had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. So part of me believes that it was because she had the cord around her neck that she couldn't come down. Medically, they would think that maybe some other reason my contractions were effective, or maybe my pelvic wasn't, proper size to whatever. I don't know. But that's the reason why I had my last C-section. So, at my hospital, they support VBACs. However, the OBGYN, you can't go past a certain amount. And honestly, it's too late in the game to see what that week is, because I forgot. But in this case, I am 40 weeks now. I don't think they let you go past 41 weeks. Nonetheless, my C-section is scheduled before I turn 41 weeks. And yeah, but that's a whole nother discussion that we'll talk about later. As far as physically, yeah, contractions, blah blah blah, back pain, not as much pressure. Yeah. I think I'm like going in circles because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get this done and the sun is going down. There's so many things, y'all. Nonetheless, what else? Physically, I've been fine. My boobs this week, and it may have started earlier the week before, have been feeling like, okay, they're ready to nurse. Like, I feel that sensation. I haven't felt it in a long time. I breastfed River till she was 22 months. So 2 months shy of her second birthday. She was still nursing. So I breastfed for a long time, but it's like I kind of forgot what it feels like now, which is very funny. And moms say that like the second time around it's different. It's not necessarily easier because you breastfed before. So there's that. I'm having a little Braxton Hicks contraction now. As you can see, I can talk through mine. But I have gotten contractions where it was like, oh no, I literally felt it in my legs, like going down my legs. Most of the time I feel contractions just in my belly, and those are probably pre-labor, early labor, or Braxton Hicks contractions, whatever you want to call them. But then there are times where it's like, no, this is a bit more intense. And I have had a few where I felt it like in my hips and in my legs, like going down my legs. So like I do believe I'm in early labor, like no doubt. But his due date is today, you guys. So I'm 40 weeks today. So yeah, I feel like I'm rambling and I don't really know if I'm covering everything, but I'll just say, yeah, physically that's how I felt. I think I felt nauseous a couple more times, which I don't remember feeling nausea when I was getting closer to labor with River, although she was 10 days late, so that's that. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that at physically. Mentally and spiritually, it honestly has been a fight. I guess I'll just tell you about my OBGYN appointment. I got my C-section scheduled, and I chose to have it scheduled with a different OBGYN than the one that I had met with prior to. Reason being is because I didn't feel that we were as compatible, and the fear that I felt coming from him, I just wasn't interested in having that person and that kind of energy operating on my body. And it's my choice, and it's your choice too on, where you birth and who your medical providers is. So always advocate for yourself. They automatically said, hey, I'm scheduling your C-section with this person on this date, and I was like, no. I wanted to be with X, Y, and Z, and I had never met this OBGYN, but I heard really good things about him. So with my last appointment, I had it scheduled with a midwife, but it was really kind of I won't say no point, but anyway, because they were scheduling my C-section, I wanted to meet him myself beforehand. So I got a chance to meet him, and that appointment was so amazing, guys. Like, it changed just like my perspective. He was just so welcoming, so warm, which is what one of the midwives was saying, that he's very like pro women's health. And I just left happy, and I left content, and I felt safe, and I felt like he cared, even if he didn't. I felt like he did, but I think he genuinely did. I think he genuinely loved what he does. And at the end of it, he met with me and, and said, this is how a scheduled C-section goes versus unplanned, and this is what I would do for you. And you just remind me, of the preferences that you have. Like, I would like for, if I do have a scheduled C-section, to have a clear drape so I can see the baby come out of me, if possible. But he was like, remind me, because I'm laser focused on making sure you are perfectly healthy, that your scar tissue is out the way, that's taken care of. And y'all, I could cry. Now, I saw myself doing this update like crying the whole time, because I have been very weepy and teary-eyed this week. But it was just good to know that if that is a route that I go through, that I'm with someone that I feel safe with. And of course, like, I trust God, and I was praying for whoever would be operating on me, but to meet someone and have such a pleasant experience and just to feel so good about it was such a blessing to me. And I'm so grateful that I got to meet him in advance. And even if I do have the C-section, the scheduled C-section, I do get to meet him again before the surgery. So that's different than the last time. Even though the OBGYN that operated on me with River, I had met with him before to discuss like the blood issues and stuff. So I knew who he was, but it was kind of like rush and get the baby out, which is fine. So anyway, so I think mentally and spiritually that helped me to feel better about if I were to have a C-section. I'm in good hands, and I was gonna be in good hands regardless. The angels was gonna guide their hands anyway, because I was gonna pray. But you know, to have that experience, it was amazing. So I'm thankful for that. But also at the same time, like, leaving that appointment a couple days after, it was like, man, wow, should I, because I have a date, I know my date. It's like, should I advocate for me to wait longer? You know, if they're pro VBAC, then they should give me time, to a little bit more time to go into labor. And I didn't really ask those things. And then I was like, man, it makes me think of all of these statistics of they saying, you know, them saying that women of color, you know, have higher rates of cesareans and all these different things. And I'm just getting clouded by what the world says and statistics. And I'm like, I gotta shut this down, because stress isn't gonna help me go into labor. It's gonna greatly inhibit it. And just thinking about not even that, but like, oh my goodness, like, I have help that flew in town to help with River. You know, it'd be great to just have a scheduled C-section so that they'll be able to help with River and also see, you know, their grandchild while they're here. And it's just so many factors. I'm like, I shouldn't have to think about these things when it comes to labor. Like, women shouldn't have to think about this. They should just be free to just think about birthing. And so I was a little frustrated with that. I felt like, am I giving up on the VBAC? So many things, you know, ran across my mind, but I had a good talk with Jesus, preached to myself. Jerred helped me out tremendously. And it was just like, you know, rest, Kiara, which is my word. Just rest, you know? And at the end of the day, it's not about the method of delivery, although it would be so empowering. I would feel empowered having a VBAC, but it's like, the grand scheme of life is that I got to conceive. I got to conceive another baby. I got to carry this baby full term. And I'm going to get to hold him in my hands. We're going to be healthy. We're going to have a long life. And that's what matters the most. Whether they cut me left from right, right to left, whether I birth him vaginally or not. Like, the greatest gift is the baby, and it's not how I deliver it. Though, yes, it matters, but it's not what matters most. And I think in this season, I had to really decide to meditate and think about and make choices on what matters the most. And I could preach to you guys my whole sermon because I remember it. But this is the life of being surrendered, you know? And you leave the details up to God, and his ways are so much higher than our ways. They're better than our ways. And I'm just living the life that he wants me to live, and it's not all about me. And in this culture, it's all about everyone. Like, it's all about yourself, your plans, what you want to manifest, what you want to do. And that is so counterculture to the kingdom of God that is crazy. It can't go hand in hand. And I think because we've been so inundated with the idea of you write out your plans and goals and your vision board and you do all this, but it's like, did you consult God? Like, what does God say about this? Now, can you do those things with God? Absolutely. But in this generation, it's not really about that. It's like, what do I want? And I know my purpose. I know my platform. And it's just not the life that God wanted for me. Like, I'm just surrendered to him. And then I show what that looks like. Even when it doesn't look like it goes my way, it always works out for the good. So this video is already long. Gosh, guys. Nonetheless, that's where I've been at spiritually, and I just made this resolve that, you know, I'm gonna focus on gratitude of being able to see his sweet face soon, to hold him, being grateful that I got the opportunity to get pregnant again. That's a blessing in itself. You know, there are some people who, you know, just want to give birth or just want to get pregnant, who've yet to get pregnant. There are some people who want to carry full term, who've never carried full term. There are some people who only had boys and want to have a girl, or only had girls and want to have a boy, and they don't care if you cut them crisscross to have a gender that they haven't had already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in the grand scheme of life, I'm so blessed. And that is my resolve. I have a preference, but y'all, God's will is so much better. And I don't know all the details of my life, but he does, and he makes them great. So that's my resolve. So yes, guys, that's where I've been at. I've been walking, I've been bouncing, but not as much. I just haven't felt led to like take it to the extreme, because my thing is, that's why I didn't want to get induced, because I could have had a scheduled induction instead. But I'm like, if he doesn't come on his own and is not ready to come on his own, I don't want to force it unnaturally. So by drinking like castor oil, because I know that stuff works like most of the time, getting induced, which most of the time doesn't work. And not saying that it never ever, because some people actually do have their babies vaginally if they're induced, but they also have epidurals. So me with the blood condition that I have, you know, honestly, I think I'll be fine for an epidural this time, but the previous time I couldn't get an epidural. So people who, you know, get induced and they get their epidural and they can't feel anything, and they get their Pitocin and they don't know what it feels like to be on Pitocin raw. It is hell. Seriously. Pitocin by itself with no epidural, I couldn't even get past level 2 or 3, and it goes up to 10 levels. It was a beast, and I was really good at processing my contractions. So I don't know how I got off on that tangent. Nonetheless, yes, that is where I am. I'm looking out the window, guys, but I'm having another contraction. Ooh. Nonetheless, that's where I am, guys. And so yeah, so I have my scheduled C-section this week, but I still believe that it's still possible for me to have a VBAC. And if he's ready and that's how he's supposed to come out, great. If not, we're going to cut him out and we're going to call it a day. And I'm going to be happy and I'm going to move on with this next stage of life, because I'm ready for the next thing. It's a lot of other changes happening in my life, and we're going to update you guys on that soon and maybe take you guys on that journey. But it's other things happening in my life, and I don't know. I have the option, and that is one of the benefits of being a C-section mom. Like, you have that option. You have that elective option, and I'm going to take it if I need it. So that's that. Other than that, we put out the baby announcement. If you go on to my Instagram, then you will see the meaning, like somewhat of a meaning explanation of his name. If you're interested in that. And what else? his room. I've been doing like washing his blankets and his onesies. I didn't do that with River. I got more hand-me-downs, and we got more stuff from a place called Once Upon a Child. If you're in the Central Florida area, that place is a blessing to get. Like, some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff I got was brand new, and it was $1 per piece. Why would I go to these other places? So it blessed my life because he got a lot of 0 to 3 things and, you know, like bigger clothes, but relatively a lot, but like no newborn stuff, like maybe one newborn thing. So I was like freaking out, and had some people give us some stuff, some people bought us some stuff, and then we went and got some stuff too. So he has more than enough newborns, and I'm like, crap, is he gonna even wear all of this? But we'll see. I have no idea how big he is, how big I even think he is. I have no idea. Other than that, any decisions that we made, no nursery reveal. We don't have a crib up yet. He also won't be in our room, but his closet is together. So that's that. His drawers and everything is set. I think we're just gonna put his pack and play where the crib would go in the meantime. And you know, the old me would have been freaking out and like trying to make crazy way to do this, and it's like, the grand scheme of life, Kiara, what matters most? That kid ain't going in the crib right now. I got multiple bassinets. Got some stuff upstairs, downstairs in the lay on when he's not sleeping. We're good, you know. And I won't say I can't wait, but there's so many aspects of pregnancy and life that we haven't touched on. And Meet the Masons is about money, marriage, and motivation, if you guys didn't know. So, you know, on the little thing, that's what we said we were talking about. And I'm excited to delve into the money aspect and business and stuff, because we haven't really talked much about it. So if you're interested, put like a money bag below. But of course, we're still gonna keep our parenthood content because you guys really love that. I have another contraction. Yes, I have been timing my contractions. Actually today I was like, you know, I don't want to think about anything. So I'm not gonna time it. So like, I think all morning I was like, I'm not timing it because I'm not stressing myself out, because I still need to get stuff done. And I still kind of do, but I made a lot of good work so far. So I decided not to send it because I just didn't want to be disappointed, I guess, because, you know, my confession is, even though it doesn't feel like anything is changing and it doesn't look like anything is changing, anything could happen at any moment of time. So, you know, I'm sticking strong to that, and I just didn't want to see something contrary to what I've been saying. So, now I am tracking them. I'll get back to them, you know, whenever I'm off of this. Also, we did our maternity photo shoot. That was a whole journey because I was like, am I gonna have one? I waited so late. I did this with River last time, and we did one ourselves, and it was fine, but we messed up on the image side, so they didn't come out as quality because you can't really blow them up because they're so small. I accidentally put it on that setting last time, but this time I think they're much better. So maybe I can put in some clips while I'm talking of the photo shoot, but it was definitely Pinterest inspired, and we did it in our home. This video is so long, I don't think I'm going to put a behind the scenes video of it, but maybe if I have a behind the scenes picture I can. But we did it in our bedroom, and we did it in our neighborhood. We actually had two outfit changes, but I haven't released the other pictures yet. But if you go on my Instagram account, Kiara J Mason, you will see them. I'm going to post some more today too. But nonetheless, guys, yeah, other than that, I just don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to be around people. I just want to be in the comfort of my home. My life is changing. I cried with River today, just looking at her like, man, this is like the last days where you're just an only child. And so that got me really emotional. For Jerred, he was like, I'm more excited than emotional. And I was like, I mean, I'm excited too, but it still makes me pretty emotional. So, yeah. But anyway, he's been a great support. River is excited. And, yeah, I am too. I'm just ready to see his face. I think he's gonna look like me, so I'm excited to see that. Nonetheless, I'm gonna wrap this up. I guess I should say more, but at this point I think I'm just kind of like grabbing things from the air. This pregnancy I did not write down notes like I did with River. I've just been winging these videos, so thank you guys for being with me. But I'm gonna do my bump shot before it gets too dark because the sun is going down. Excuse me. So that's that. And yeah, I love you. This is the last update, pregnancy update you'll see me. So yeah, the next video is not going to be a labor and delivery video, I don't believe. I think we have a couple more to go. I wanted to put out the baby shower video and another video about choosing a pediatrician, because it's important to choose your pediatrician beforehand, or at least an office, because we don't really talk about that much. We just think about the prenatal visits and stuff, but you know, we have a real baby that's coming that has to be taken care of. So that video will be coming up. I don't know if it's gonna be next, but it will be sometime this month or so. So yeah, guys, keep me in your prayers, please, that God's will be done and that I have, you know, a healthy, complication-free delivery. And yeah, if you want to intercede for me to have a VBAC, go for it. But yeah, we know, guys, this is like I think this is the 3rd or 4th contraction in this video, and this video has only been 26 minutes, so they're picking up. It's still possible, guys. So nonetheless, I love you, and I'll see you. That'll be my last little bump shot on these pregnancy videos. I gotta pee so bad, y'all. Oh my gosh. But yes, I love you, and I will see you later. Bye.
Open up, you OBGYN, bitch, you won't BBM.